Hello YouTube, this is Freda. I know you guys have been wondering why I haven't really hit the topic with all the hurricanes and stuff like that. My heart goes out to all the people that are experiencing it all over the world. There's so much, not only in Texas now, there's going to be things starting in Florida, but there's things in the Caribbean, hurricanes. There's like, was it India? There's some more. And then like in Africa, there's some more. So it's like things have like really picked up. And my heart goes out to all these suffering. And I just see all the suffering. And in Texas, you would think that all their efforts and every thought would be to help those people that are affected. But today I was watching like nonsense that's going on in Texas, and I'm like, how the heck do you guys have time for this nonsense when you have poor people out there suffering? So I seen they had a live thing, a live satellite feed of freaking them removing a Robert E. Lee statue. And it was on live. When I happened to see it was 2.5 hours, I'm like, they were sitting here doing this for 2.5 hours. Couldn't they take that 2.5 hours? The statues right now are minuscule objects. Go worry about those victims, that are experiencing their houses are gone, their businesses is gone, What the heck are you worrying about statues? And then I seen people protesting Trump. I'm like, what the hell? You guys have time to protest. Take that energy and go help them people. So I know you guys were wondering. I said before, I'm going to use this deck. This is called the Omega Land. It's very much a prepper's deck. It's very interesting. I've never used it before, but I'm going to use it for this reading. And then I haven't used this deck either, and this is called the First Light Tarot. It's kind of like a oracle type tarot. And I'm going to use this. I'm just if you guys are out there, donating and stuff, just make sure when you guys donate to, like, for the hurricane victims, I see Facebook have it where you can donate there and stuff like that. Just make sure you go and you really investigate who you're donating to. These big corporations, these big foundations and stuff, the money doesn't go to the victims. A very small amount. Sometimes it's only like pennies on a dollar that goes. So it's usually better to donate local. Look for some local charities and stuff instead of these big ones. I mean, look at the Clinton Foundation that was going on with Haiti. They made freaking millions and millions of dollars in relief. The Clinton Foundation for the Haitians, and they kept the money. They didn't do anything for the Haitians. So just donate wisely, and don't fall for these Facebook things. Zuckerberg, he has enough money. So that's it from there. But yes, my heart, I believe that these storms, I think that's probably why I haven't touched on the subject, is because I know that there is some, and it's a lot of bull crap going on. There are some weather wars going on, just like right before what happened to Texas. If you recall, North Korea freaking launched some missiles into the ocean. What do you think? You think that heat and stuff didn't cause any type of side effects? You can't just throw missiles in the ocean and think nothing's going to happen. Plus, almost every country now, there's like, how many now there's HARP? I know we have one in Alaska, and I know there's one, isn't there one like in Switzerland? And I think there's in Australia, they have a HARP. So, there's a lot of weather wars. Look at all these chemtrails. So if you don't think that the powers to be are playing with the weather, and it's not political, and there's a method to their madness. Remember, these people are barely human. They have no humanity at all. So you're like, how would people do that to people? They don't care about anybody but themselves, their immediate selves. They barely care about their own children, to tell you the truth. So their children serve a purpose. And everything is money. I mean, look at some of these groups. Look at the airlines right now are selling tickets. People trying to get out of Florida, and they're selling tickets for freaking, that were $500 before, they're freaking $4,000 now. And they were selling, what company was that? Costco or Best Buy? I didn't even know Best Buy had water. What company was that? I don't even know what company it was. But selling water for $40 for like a 6-pack or a 12-pack. What the freak is wrong with people? That tells you right there there's no humanity. You know? Well, we learned, I was just talking about, I think I said it on a video before. I remember back in the 80s when I was a little girl and bottled water first came out. And I thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. I remember being a little kid and saying, who's going to pay for water? And it's like all the rage. And people own our water now. The lakes and the fresh water systems and everything are being owned, and they're being sold to countries outside ourselves. And it's just us little people that are suffering. So I definitely think there's another agenda going on. Sinister forces. Look at what they're doing in what country is that with CERN? Why are they messing with trying to make black holes and stuff? Are these people crazy trying to punch through dimensions? Lord Jesus, who does stuff like this? So I'm just thinking about what's going on. I'm going to say, what's the situation with HARP? I mean, these weathers. So, I have these all upside down. Alright, so this is telling me, it says awakening and enlightenment, but it's one, it's to activate. So it's almost like the magician card. So they have empower. You got to understand its power. So it's activate power. So they activated. This was not man-made. I mean, this was not, I think it might have started with nature, but they seeded it. It was seeded. Look at these pictures. You can even look at this. So this card was first. So you see it was small. Variables affecting the issue. Right? See how it's, it's small. It might have been a natural things. It was like, things were there. And if they seeded it, it was the perfect situation to make this little thing bigger. So look at that picture. It says variables affecting the issue, right? And then it was like, it activated. So they activated. This was the second one, was power. So they put power, they seeded it. So it was the small one. They seeded it, and look at it, it's getting bigger and branching out. So they activate it, and they put power in it. And it's saying you got to understand the reality of what's going on. So there was many variables affecting the issue of this storm. So they added power to it, and it spread out, and then they activated it. And look at it. It's like it went from there to there to there, and they activated it. They awakened this storm. They seeded it. They fed it. What was the purpose? What is the purpose? Okay, we're going to see. What is the purpose of this storm at this time? These storms. These storms. These weathers. What is the purpose? The Queen of Swords. You know what the Queen of Swords is. It's a plan. It's a thought process. So it's a thought process. It's putting it together. It's the Queen of Swords. She's smart, manipulative. So it was a plan. It's a planned action. A planned action. And going through with it. This is part of the... to cause chaos. Look at this. This is a planned action. This is the Omega Land. This is kind of like a prepper's deck. This is our first time using it. Look at this. It was to cause... it was... look at all this up here. This was to cause confusion, infighting amongst ourselves. To cause confusion and infighting amongst ourselves. To cause basically the people to go primitive, basically. To have the people start turning on themselves. And if you've seen some of those videos that were going out of Houston, I think they were showing some videos that were going on with all the looting that was really bad. And then people, I watched a video today with one of the girls, and one of these ladies was talking about how she didn't even go on, she wouldn't go get rescued with people on the boats, because some of the people on the boats weren't there to rescue them. They were there to rob them and take advantage. So that they're not telling us everything that's going on. But look at that. This was planned. All this weather stuff is planned for Five of Swords, for confusion, for fighting. Look at this guy is dead. For us to turn on each other and basically turn on each other and maybe kill each other. For us, look at this, for us not to think with our minds. This card is upside down. So it's the Knight of Swords. Usually is going forth on thoughts. But it's upside down. So they're just going forth. They're not, since it's upside, there's no thought. So you're back in your primitive action. So you're just you're just barely surviving. You're primitive. You're not thinking clearly. You know, you're not thinking, you're just going. You're just going. Okay. So that was their plan. Their plan, they had a plan. A plan was to cause chaos and conflict amongst us. Where we can't think, where we can't think, that we're just going to have to act with no type of thought and process. That's what their plan was. That's why they're causing this. Let's see, what else? So that's what is the result? What is the result going to be of this? The Ace of Cups. The Seven of Wands. The results of it is actually, even though they're trying to cause this and there's some things going on, the result of this is actually bringing people together. It's bringing people together. It's, you know, there's going to be some bad apples in it, and then some of the bad apples that they're putting out there to do this stuff, like these guys right here. These guys right here, you know how these guys are like, no, you know, their hands are up, but this guy's just ready to shoot, and he already shot one. Some of these people are planned to do that. There's just some people that are planned, but the result of all this that they planned is that there's going to be a coming together of people. You know, a coming together. Here it is too. The Seven of Wands is a coming together. A coming together for action. So a coming together for action. And this is the Nine of Coins. It's still a coming together. People getting it together. Getting the food together. You know, getting the food together. Getting resources together. I don't know if that... what do they want? So that's what they wanted. This was their plan. This was their plan. This is what the result of them. So they planned this, but it didn't kind of turn out the way that they wanted. Yeah, there's some bad apples that are doing some bad crap, but it's actually showing, you know, the humans with the humanity are coming together down there. They're coming together. And it looks like they kind of know what's going on. Look, they have lookouts up there. So they're not going to feed into, they're going to start, you know, protecting each other. Protecting each other, you know, finding resources, coming together with their resources. Does the government have anything? Not the government. It's not the government. It's the black government. I call it the black government. The deep. People think I'm crazy when I say deep state. Yeah, my tinfoil hat is. It's the people. The multi. It's the people. There's maybe 10 of them that really control all the world's resources. And no, they're not all white people. There's a lot of freaking Saudis that have billions of dollars. So it's not all white people. You know? Look at this. What did I just ask the cards? What did I just ask the cards? Jesus, my mind. I don't even remember what I just asked the cards. But what I'm seeing here is secrets. They're going to keep poking. See, this, it's usually, the moon card is usually about secrets and things, but to me this card is about poking, causing that the government is still going to keep poking us, keep doing things to us. And it's not the government. I gotta find, I'm gonna say the powers that want to be, you know, they're going to keep poking us. They're going to keep poking us. They're going to keep wounding us. They have their own agenda. And they really don't give a crap that we know. You see the moons right there illuminated. They really don't give a crap. You see the buildings are on fire around them. Look at this poor woman, you know. They are abusing, you know, they're abusing. They don't care. They're going to abuse us physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually. They don't care. They don't care. You know, they're going to take everything from us. They want to take everything that we have, any resources that we have, they want to take. They want to take and remove any resources and leave us vulnerable. And I'm looking at this as the King of Coins, the King of Coins, the King of Coins, the King of Coins. I'm thinking this is Trump. Trump is looking at the clock. He knows he's had a limited amount of time. He knows he has a limited amount of time. He's seeing all this stuff around him, all this destruction, and he knows he's running out of time. He's looking at the watch, and he knows he's running out of time because these people are coming. Trump, a lot of you guys, he may be a doofus and say some stupid crap. He may not be the most eloquent person in the book. But out of all those people that were running, he actually wants the people. And I'm not talking about illegals or anything like that. I'm talking about the citizens. He wants the people to... He wants better for us, the people. He wants better for the people, whether you want to believe it or not. But he sees the time's running out. Things are collapsing. Things are collapsing. There's only a little bit of foundations left. There's only a little bit of foundations left. And he sees the time's running out. That we got to come together on action. We got to come together and go forth. And to me, this is the city, this is the government, to go forth. We got to come together and go forth and show the government that we the people matter. That we're not going to take this. You know, we got to stop fighting each other. We're fighting each other. That's what they want. Look at this. This is what it showed. They want us to do this. The deep, deep powers that the elite, they want us to fight each other, kill each other. Well, we need to stop that. He knows we're running out of time. We're running out of time before they completely take every resource that we have. Every resource. We barely have a bikini on. They took everything. We have just barely a bikini on, and they're ready to take that. They want our skin, our blood, everything. They want us to come together and show them that we the people ain't gonna, men, women, colors doesn't make a difference. Just you know, to show a presence in DC that we're not going to take it, because he knows Trump wants you guys to go to DC and say, hey, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. He wants everybody to go to the cities, to their big cities, and say, no, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. Okay. Is there going to be more? Yeah, there's going to be more. There's, look at a King of Wands. There's another freaking Queen of Wands. Most of you guys helped me get these, this Queen of Wands that we were thinking of. The women, I got to put them all on a, like, little Post-its, and we're going to draw cards on them. We've got to figure out who this Queen of Wands. But there's a King of Wands, too. There's going to be more. That's all about going forth action. Yeah, and there's a woman, too. So there is a King of Wands, a Queen of Wands, and a Queen of Cups. They have more plans. They have more plans. They have more wishes for us. They have a whole bunch. It's so much things they want still to do. There's so much things they want to do that they have they have their own illusions and delusions and illusions and wishful thinking, and it's the main culprits. It's this King of Wands, this Queen of Wands, a Queen of Cups, and they have so much more. This isn't the end. There's so much more they're going to do to us. So yes, these hurricanes, it's weather wars. It's planned. It's to cause us to have conflict amongst ourselves, for us not to have time to think, just to act. But some of us are having a different effect than what they wanted. That's what they expected, but it seems like a lot of people are coming together and looking out for each other and bringing resources together. It looks like, you know, that they want to strip our resources completely and leave us with nothing. We hardly have anything left, and they want to strip us to nothing. And I feel Trump is looking at the clock like he sees it on the wall, like it's coming. It's coming. You know, this country is falling apart. It's coming. It's coming. And whether you guys think Trump is trying to get it together, remember, you know, our country is built on a Constitution and a Bill of Rights, you know, and, you know, just because we don't like certain things, we all have to be tolerant of, and just this whole left-right paradigm is further bringing us apart. And we need to come together in force into the cities to say we're not going to take it. We're not going to take these elite, these multi corporations that are ruling us for resources. We're not going to take it anymore. So that's the end of the reading on these weather modification, the weather wars. I'm going to do a reading on Jamie Foxx and what the heck is her name? Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes. I'm about to do that real quick.